Hello. In a previous video, the concept of personal pronouns was discussed. The three different kinds of personal pronouns, that is, first person, second person, and third person, were explained with the help of relevant examples. In this video, we take up a few rules which need to be kept in mind while using personal pronouns. By definition, a pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. Therefore, it must be of the same person, gender, and number as the noun. Let's take a few examples. Mohan is a brilliant student. He always does well in his exams. So let us discuss these two sentences and see how the pronoun has been used. Now, which is the noun in the first sentence? Mohan. And which is the pronoun which has been used to replace the noun? He. So, first, if you look at the characteristics of the noun is Mohan. We are talking about somebody else, but a third person. So that is why the personal pronoun third person. Mohan is a boy. Masculine gender is just one person, so it is singular number. So these are the qualities of the subject or of the noun. Now what about the pronoun? Pronoun is he. He has been used in place of the noun. He also has to be in third person. That is why he is in third person actually. It is masculine gender and it is singular number. So both have to be the same person, same gender, same number. Why? Because the logic is very simple. The pronoun is replacing the noun. So whatever the qualities of the noun, the same qualities have to be there in the pronoun. Sheila loves to cook. The dishes she prepares are truly delicious. Now let us analyze it the same way. The noun, obviously it is Sheila. We are talking about someone else, so it is third person. Feminine gender, singular number. So by now you should be knowing all these things, how to identify the person, gender, number. Now what about the pronoun? Pronoun, she. The dishes she prepares. So she is the pronoun which is replacing the noun Sheila. She is also in third person, feminine gender, singular number. So this is one rule, that the pronoun must have the same person, gender and number as the noun. If there are two or more singular nouns in a sentence, joined by the conjunction and, the pronoun used must be a plural number. Let's take the examples. Harry and Tom are good friends. They always go out together. Now let's take the first sentence. As we have said, two or more singular nouns. So which are the two nouns here? Harry, Tom. And they have been joined together by using the conjunction and. So Harry and Tom are good friends. Obviously there are two people. One is Harry, one is Tom. So when we take them together, they are more than one. So therefore the pronoun has to be plural. So when we use the plural pronoun, it becomes they. Because both of them are going out together, so the pronoun is plural. What about the other sentence? Vani and Geeta are sisters, but they are completely different from each other. Now which are the two nouns? Vani, Geeta. Joined together by the conjunction and. So now what happens here? What is the pronoun which has been used? They are completely different. Pronoun is they. Why is it they? Why is it plural? Because there are two of them, Vani and Geeta. So actually these rules you don't have to learn them like this by heart, but it just makes common sense. Two people, you're talking about two people, so that's more than one. So the pronoun has to be plural. If there are two or more singular nouns in a sentence and they are connected by or, either or, neither nor, the pronoun is normally singular. Now this might seem confusing, but it isn't when you see the sentence. John or Tim must give his remarks at the end of the competition. Now just try to understand the meaning of the sentence. Two people, John, Tim. But what is the conjunction used? Or. It is not John and Tim. It is John or Tim. So only one person has to give his remarks at the end of the competition. So only one person. So obviously the pronoun has to be singular. That is why John or Tim must give his remarks at the end of the competition. Pronoun is his, which is singular number. Neither Renu nor Sudha has learned her dialogues. Now two people, Renu, Sudha. And how are they joined? By neither nor. Neither Renu nor Sudha. Now here also we are talking about them individually. We are not saying Renu and Sudha. We are saying neither this person nor that person. So it is again talking individually about the people. That is why the pronoun used is her. Of course, it is feminine gender. So we have to use her, which is singular number. When two singular nouns have each or every before them and they are joined by the conjunction and, the pronoun must be singular. Each teacher and each student must do his best to improve the reputation of the school. Now this is a just general comment. Each teacher means every single teacher. So when we are talking about each individual teacher, we are naturally talking about singular. Similarly, when you say each student, it is each individual student must do his best. So when we are talking about people, about nouns, which are taken individually, the pronoun has to be singular. Next rule. If the noun in the sentence is a collective noun, which is taken as a whole or as one unit, the pronoun should be singular in number and neuter in gender. It's all very logical actually. When we did collective noun, we said that a collective noun refers to a group. Now, there are two ways of referring to a group. One is you take the group as one whole, or you take them as a collection of people or things. So let us take them one by one. The class was rewarded for its discipline. Now which is the collective noun here? Class. Because the class might consist of 30 or 40 students, we are taking them together and the collective noun is class. Now what is the pronoun we have used? Its. Now why have we used its? Because we are not talking about the individual students in the class, we are talking about the class as a whole. So we need the singular number. Why have we taken the neuter gender? Because we don't know how many girls, how many boys in the class. So what we do in such a case, we just use the neuter gender, its. So it's very clear. So the class was rewarded for its discipline. So pronoun is its, it is singular in number and it is neuter in gender. The family enjoyed its outing. Collective noun, family. The family might consist of 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. It is a collective noun, family. And which is the pronoun used? Its. Logic is the same, that we are taking the family as a whole. So it is singular. We don't know how many boys and girls, men and women are there in that group, in that family. So we just take the neuter gender, its. As I told you, sometimes in the case of a collective noun, the members who are part of that group can be treated as individual units. So in that case, we have to use the plural number. So if the members who are part of the collective group are treated as individual units, the plural number of the pronoun must be used. The team lost because their performance lacked motivation. Now, which is the collective noun here? Team. Now, the team, depending on which is the match, might have 9 or 10 or 11 people or members in the team. Now, here we are not talking about them as a group, we are talking about the individual players in the team. That is why the pronoun used is plural. Which is the pronoun? Their. The team lost because their performance lacked motivation. So basically, when you speak or write, you have to first think what is it that you want to convey. Do you want to say that the team, you're talking about the team as one whole unit? One unit, then you must say the team lost because its performance lacked motivation. But when you want to refer to the individual members of that team, then you will say their performance lacked motivation. So you have to just think, and it's a very logical sequence. When there are more than one noun or pronoun in the objective case in a sentence and they are joined by a conjunction, the personal pronoun used must also be in the objective case or accusative case. Now this seems very long and confusing, but let's look at a sentence. My father brought gifts for my sister and me. Now my father, that is the subject. Brought is the verb. Brought what? Gifts. So that is the direct object. For whom? So that is the indirect object. For whom? My sister and me. Now sister is a noun, me is a pronoun. So when there are more than one noun / pronoun, so there is a noun here sister, there is a pronoun me. And because they are the indirect object, that's why it is written in the objective case. They are joined by a conjunction. Yes, my sister and me. The conjunction is there. So which is the personal pronoun we have to use? We have to use the personal pronoun which is also in the objective case. That is why we say me. We have done all this case before. Possessive case, objective case. So in objective case, instead of I is subjective, nominative. Objective is me. That is why you say my sister and me. So noun is sister, pronoun in objective case is me. Because this is where sometimes we make mistakes. Ajay was naughty in class. Our class teacher took him and me to the staff room. First part is very clear. Ajay was naughty, because that is a different sentence. Now when we come to the pronoun, our class teacher took him and me. So there are two pronouns here, him and me, joined together by the conjunction and. Now because took whom? Him and me. So they are in the objective case. So we have to use the pronouns in the objective case. Now let's come to personal pronoun. It. It is a pronoun which is used for a variety of purposes. For inanimate things. I had a whistle in my pocket. I don't know when it fell out. Now which is the noun here? Whistle, which was in your pocket. And then what happened? It fell out. So the pronoun used is it. So it is used for inanimate things. For children, when the noun is of common gender. The baby was sitting on a tall chair and enjoying its breakfast. Now see, we are not saying the girl. If you say girl, then the pronoun has to be her. If you say the boy, then you have to say enjoying his breakfast. But what have we used? We have used a noun which is of common gender, baby. So that is why, because we don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, we use the pronoun its to emphasize the effect of the noun or pronoun in a sentence. Now this is again interesting. It was I who spoke in your favor. Now actually we can just say I spoke in your favor, but you want to emphasize it. So this is a way of emphasis. So instead of saying I spoke in your favor, it was I who spoke in your favor. So it was is used to emphasize the effect of the noun or pronoun. It was Neil Armstrong who first stepped on the moon. You can just say Neil Armstrong first stepped on the moon. But then to give more emphasis, we say it was Neil Armstrong who first stepped on the moon. So this is again a situation where you use the pronoun it. With reference to time, weather, situation. Now sometimes we use this kind of a statement when we refer to time. It is dark. It's evening. So we start with it. It is a beautiful starlit night. It is 5 p.m. So when we refer to time, weather or situation, we use it. With reference to animals, birds, etc. The dog caught the cat by its tail. We use the neuter gender in such cases. The bird fell into the pond and broke its wings. So these are different situations in which we use the pronoun it. So we have gone through various rules relating to the use of personal pronouns. They may seem confusing, but the best way to remember them is by using them in sentences. And yes, a good reading habit will greatly help to sharpen your skills. It's now time to revise what you have learnt. So take a quick test on TeachYaar.com. To take the test, scan the QR code with your mobile device or click on the link given below the video in the description section and comment section. Subscribe to the TeachYaar YouTube channel for notifications.